Okay, I'm just going to take a moment to talk about fretting strings, okay? And obviously that just means how we press the string down onto the fingerboard and where and what's the best position and all that type of thing. So what I will do is I will zoom in so you can see more clearly about some of these things that I'm going to talk about. Okay, so fretting strings. One of the most important things when we're fretting a string is to make sure that the one that we're fretting, the string that we're going to fret or the note or whatever, sounds clearly and it doesn't interfere with any kind of notes either side of it. Okay, so to illustrate what I mean a little more clearly, right? Let's just say with this first finger here, I want to play the third string, so that's 1, 2, 3 from the bottom, on the second fret, which is first, this is the first fret, and this is the second, obviously, yeah? So we're going to play this. Now let's just suppose we want to play that one note, okay? So first of all, we want to go as close to the metal part, which is this bit here, as we can, right? So round about there. And what we're using is the tip of our finger, okay? Not the flat part here, the tip. Right, so we place the tip, as I say, as close to the fret as round about that kind of distance. And then when we play it, it should sound nice and clear like that. Yeah? Now, for example, if we don't press it hard enough, we might get this kind of sound. Yeah, so not quite right. And if we don't press it nowhere near hard enough, we'll just get a kind of... Okay, so not too hard that it kind of hurts your finger any more than it needs to. Just enough for it to sound nice and clearly. Okay? Now the other thing that we have to be careful of is that we don't affect the strings directly above and below the note that we're playing. So for example, if this finger here was too flat and we wanted to play the note underneath the string below the one as well as the one that we're playing, say like this, well that sounds fine, but the one below it doesn't sound fine, and that's because this finger is too flat and it's resting on the string below. So the more we rotate our wrist, like I'll exaggerate it there, then it will sound now. See that sounding, the one below it? But if we're too flat, we don't get it when we bring our wrist forward. Okay, so, and also we can sometimes affect the note above the one that we're playing, like this, say. So the one above it's not sounding because we're touching it with this finger. And if we come away, we have them both. Okay, so they're just a few things for you to bear in mind about when you're fretting notes and some of the problems that you might come up against. You might be wondering to yourself, well, why isn't this sounding right? Okay, so there's some of the things to look out for. Now, if for example, let's say we're going to play a chord. This chord here is an E minor. That's just the 4th and the 5th strings, yeah? 4th and the 5th strings on the 2nd fret, right? And we're playing them with our first 2 fingers, remember, with the points there, like so. Again, the same principle applies. We've got to make sure that the notes below and above aren't affected. So like I say, if this is too flat, we would get a kind of... See, this one's not sounding. Whereas if we bring the wrist round, like so, it starts to sound. Okay, so we'll be returning and dipping in and out of this kind of idea as we go through the course, yeah, but they're just a few little pointers for you to think about for now.